How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to all you 5,000 wonderful subscribers. If I can continue to think of things to build in this game, maybe we can keep on making videos. Alright, so today we are going to be taking a look at landing gear. So let's take a look at a couple of different methods that I'll use to build landing gear, but first we got to slap together a plane, something that we can just take off and land with, that we can modify the landing gear and show you how I do it. So let's just slap together a plane real quick, shall we? Okay, let's see if this thing flies. Again, just using mini thrusters. We don't need. Okay. Lots lift in the front. Let's use some real wings in the back. We got some lift, we got some roll. Could use a little bit more weight in the front. That's okay, we're going to be adding landing gear. Ooh, ooh. She's very agile, you know what I mean? Maybe we'll get rid of one set of these thrusters. We need to be able to land this bank. It's got a little bit too much lift in the front there. So we land it like this, nice and slow. So that's with no landing gear. We ain't here for no landing gear, right? We're here for landing gear. That's right. Okay, so let's start first with our traditional fold out from under the wing. So we'll start with a small angled piece like this. We'll find out where we want it on our wing. We'll want to rotate it so our connection points are on the inside. Lock that. Actually, let's build one first. So we'll just take a small steering hinge. I always go green down, so we'll set that about there. Then we want to go with a piston. You don't have to go with a piston, you can go with a wheel. Just put a wheel on there, but the problem is that you're not going to be able to get even a small wheel on there, which has got to be at least 2 blocks down from the wing for the hitbox on the wheel, even the small go-kart wheel. So that's why we use this thing right here. Oh, and that's going to be stuck to the top there, so we don't want that. That's the problem with having a connection point on the inside there. Okay, well, let's just move this in one. That shouldn't be a problem. Now we have no connection point on the top where our piston is. So we can take a small go-kart wheel, turn it sideways, put it on there, make sure it's rolling forward. Alright. Like that. So once you have that on one side, you want to make sure that your piston is set to starting in, and it will auto reset. no controls. Speed you can set to whatever you want. I usually set it at like 2 or 3. You want the gear to come out fairly quick. Same thing with this here, small steering hinge. We want to set the angle on that to 90. We want to set the speed to like 0.2 and get rid of the controls on that as well. And again, that's where it's important to have your green arrow facing down, your default direction, because when you have it triggered by a sensor, that's the direction it's going to want to move with no controls on it. So take a sensor, put it on the nose like that, roughly in front, and then we'll set this to a distance of say 10 meters. This sensor will trigger this piston and this hinge. So once we've got that set up, we can just copy this, spin it right around, bring it on the other side, and all we need to do is move our small block ahead a little bit, and of course make sure that this is facing downwards, that is not connected to anything, and that our wheel is turning the right way when it comes down. There we go. Make sure this sensor is connected to everything it needs to be, those 4 things, and then spawn it in. Your gear should automatically come out. As you can see, that is definitely too high. Definitely too high. Definitely, yeah, definitely. But it works as far as, so when we take off now, it'll automatically fold up underneath. And when we fly over top of something, like preferably where you want land, you should have landing gear that pop out like that. Mind you, that is a little high. That's a little abnormal. So in a situation like that, if you didn't want the pistons on there, just get rid of those pistons. Move them wheels over like that, and this one over like that. And then we'll just use our little 90-degree pipe piece. Like this. Copy that one over to this one. Like that. And that should do it as well. Except now it's much lower, as you can see. So we should be able to take off. Gear will fold up. Again, you can build that into the body. Leave a little cavity in the bottom of the body there. Again, this is much lighter, and that's what it looks like when you crash. So that is one style. Classical style of having the landing gear fold down from the bottom of the wings. A second style that is commonly used would be just your drop down. Because we're just going to use a piston coming down from the wing. Don't even need this anymore. Move that out. Place this under the wing. Rotate this so our control point or connection point is on the outside. Copy that over. Grab that wheel. Come on out this way. Get rid of this. Alright, we're out the same distance. The wheel is not connected. Like that. So now all we need to do is make sure that our sensor is connected to these two, and that these two are set to start on the in position. Closed up. Auto reset. We'll set speed to 3. Get rid of the controls. Good to go. Spawn that in. See, it automatically pops up. It's a little lower than the one before, but if you had another layer of brick on the bottom of this plane for aerodynamics, that wouldn't be as high. Or if you had landing gear in the back, if your plane was a little longer, it wouldn't seem like such an extreme angle as well. So this is a lot more simple. This is simply going to fold up using that piston glitch as well. Your wings, the wheels will kind of fold up into the wings. So that's probably the easiest way to have automatic landing gear. Whoa, 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 whoa! This thing's flying like a kite, man. What's up with that? Come on, just fly. Nice, nice, be nice, be nice. So simple down like that. As far as brakes, I have no idea how you would put brakes on it. Maybe a piston that would drop down at the back, but there's not a lot of cubes in Trailmakers that have a lot of friction. I would just keep thinking of cactuses from Scrap Mechanic. We need cactuses! Damn it! Alright. So that is the simplest way of having landing gear. The most complicated way would be you could have folding extensions. Let's see if we could, for an example.
So if we had, we need our little tiny pieces here again, our little angled slope. And we're going to set that up the way we had it before. 1, 2. All the way to the end of the wing like this. Then we're going to take a small steering hinge. Put it like that. Again, green down. That, and then say we went with a small... Ooh, no, we don't want to use a deuce, because then we're going to end up getting stuck on those connection points. So let's use a small 2x1 slope. So that way we will have no connection points up top there. Okay, here we go, designing as we go. Oh. Another way we can do that is we take a sensor, or any of these other logic blocks. I just use a sensor because it's generic. Put that up there, so now we have nothing connected to the top because there's no connection points up there. We'll copy this out, put it at the end, and we want to rotate that so it spins the other way. So now the problem is going to be trying to get our wheel up there, because it won't go up there. Man. Okay, so maybe we'll have to use that little angle pipe piece again. That. And there. So now this and this should both fold out at 90. One is going to be way too fast, we'll say 0.2. Get rid of the controls. Make sure they're connected to this sensor. 1 and 2. We can copy this out, give it a spin. Bring it over here. Up there, make sure that is going down, this is going up. Connected to our sensor. Oh, this one. And put our wheel on there. Test that real quick. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, okay, we didn't set our angle on those second set. Ha! Silly gooses. 0.2. No controls. 90 degrees.
So see, now you got something like that, which is way more complicated than it needs to be, because that basically just lowers the wheels. Keeps them straight. And then they'll fold up like that, see? So that is another way that you can make some landing gears using hinges and pistons. Oh, come on. Oh. So that's probably sturdier landing gear, but again, a little more complicated. A little more moving parts. That still gives you a pretty cool look. If you had a cavity underneath the bottom of the body that those could fold up into, no problemo. So that's probably the most common ways of building landing gear that I use. Again, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can use skis other than wheels. You could have your wheels come out sideways so that they don't necessarily roll, but they just slide like the zero friction glitch. That works as well. But if you want to stop when you're landing, then you probably don't want to have a zero friction glitch on your landing gear. Slide, landing on ice every time, right? Alright, so there we go. Landing gear, folks. I hope that helps. It gives you a couple of different ideas on how to build it, how to make it automatic using a simple sensor. Set that to whatever height that you want, and your landing gear will do its thing. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hitting subscribe. Let's keep this train going. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know which one's your version, or do you have a different version of landing gear that you build. Let me know if there's an easier way of doing it, or a really cool way of doing it too. Alright, if you enjoyed this content, check out some of this stuff on the end screen here, and we will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.